Good Tuesday evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Western Mass News at 6. I'm Chris Pisano. Let's take a quick look at what's making the latest headlines during this coronavirus pandemic. The governor's saying today, while we are all anxious for life to get back to normal, we still have a long way to go. He said officials are working with hospitals and monitoring the cases as we head into the surge period. A governor's coalition is planning a reopening when health experts say it's safe. During these tough economic times, the state attorney general is calling for a reduction in car insurance premiums. Also, check your bank accounts. 80 million Americans will receive that promised stimulus money by tomorrow. A state nonprofit organization is calling on Governor Charlie Baker to make changes in senior care facilities following several deadly outbreaks of COVID-19. The Mass Senior Care Association spoke with Western Mass News along with a resident who lives in one of the hardest hit facilities. And Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo joins us now live in Springfield with more. Audrey.
The president of the association says she's pushing the state government for double pay for nursing home workers, in addition to more PPE and expanded access to testing. This is a resident at JGS Life Care is speaking out tonight. Western Mass News spoke over the phone with a resident at JGS Life Care in Long Meadow. She asked us to identify her by a letter and disguise her voice because she's afraid of retaliation. She's recovering from what she calls a very mild case of COVID-19 in a facility where more than 20 people have died from the virus.
In other cases, they had many years left, and it's tragic.
A claims nursing staff was overwhelmed when the outbreak began.
I don't think there's very much attention being paid to nurses' safety in terms of the equipment that they need.
Western Mass News spoke with Tara Gregorio, the president of Mass Senior Care Association. The nonprofit advocates for long-term care facilities across the state, pushing for policy reforms to keep nursing homes staffed and healthy.
We had a staff vacancy rate of approximately 17%. So now when you add COVID, we are under-resourced by approximately 40% vacant positions.
Gregorio says the COVID-19 outbreaks in long-term care facilities has caused her organization to push for double pay wage for frontline workers, more PPE, and expanded testing of employees and residents.
It can't just be a one-time testing. We need surveillance testing.
Gregorio says this pandemic will change the way nursing homes operate going forward.
We will look at PPE differently to ensure that we as a Commonwealth have a stockpile, as well as nursing facilities and hospital systems begin to think about stockpiling these supplies.
In the meantime, residents like A say they'll all benefit from showings of socially distant community outreach, like phone calls and window visits.
Whatever people can do to try and offer support, I would strongly encourage.
We reached out to JGS Life Care for an update on their cases, as 21 people have died from COVID-19 in the facility. They referred us to their website. Live in Springfield, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.
Audrey, thank you for that live report. Governor Charlie Baker announcing today he plans to work with neighboring states and governors to come up with a plan on reopening Massachusetts.
We'll be working with our regional partners going forward. But I do want to make a couple of things clear about this. First, our response to this emergency will always put the needs of the people of Massachusetts first. We're going to work collaboratively and we'll learn from all the experts we can, but we're going to do in the end what's right for Massachusetts and for the people of Massachusetts.
Governor Baker adding that while plans will be in the works to reopen the state, if the course is reversed too soon, it could possibly make matters worse. The Mass Department of Public Health released new numbers today. There are now 28,163 confirmed cases of the coronavirus. That's up 1,296 from yesterday. 957 people have died from COVID-19, up 113 from yesterday. So far, 126,551 tests have been conducted. And now we're breaking down those numbers for you county by county. Middlesex seeing the highest number with 6,254 cases, and Suffolk County following with 5,872. Here in Western Mass, Hamden is reporting 1,798 cases. Hampshire seeing 233 cases, Franklin County 155, and Berkshire has 360 cases. The four counties totaling 2,000 546 cases here in our area. With non-essential businesses closed throughout the state, many residents have lost their jobs or have been furloughed. Some may think companies aren't hiring, but Western Mass News is digging deeper, looking into where you can apply if you need a job. Western Mass News reporter Sarah Granelli joins us now live in Springfield with more. Sarah.
Chris, big businesses like Walmart are hiring, but local businesses in Western Mass are still hiring too. So we checked in with a hiring agency to see who is hiring.
This will pass eventually, and how we come out of it, you could get a leg in.
More than 400,000 people have filed for unemployment in the state of Massachusetts, leaving many concerned about how to find a job during the coronavirus pandemic. Western Mass News spoke with the president and CEO of Mass Hire Holyoke about what people can do.
If you're looking for a job, what you would do is online, we have an orientation. You would go through that. You would get contacted by a career counselor, and you would send them your resume, and we would start working with you individually, either through Facebook, FaceTime, Zoom, or MS Teams, or one of the platforms available. And we would do some assessment about your job readiness and then try to get you forwarded to the right company.
Many companies may be downsizing, but certain businesses are upsizing as well.
The manufacturers that are upscaling to produce the personal protection gear, they've been hiring fairly quickly.
Be Fair, Community Health, YWCA, MGM, Westover Job Corps, and Harris Rebar are some companies in the surrounding area that are hiring. LinkedIn is another alternative to job search. You can download the app, select jobs on the right-hand corner, and input where you would like to work. You can see here the job postings that were put up in the last 24 hours. David Gadare has some advice for anyone applying for a job.
If you're applying for a very specific job, you want to look at the job posting and see where you align with that posting and make sure your cover letter and your resume reflects that. If you're applying just kind of generally, then you want to make sure your cover letter and your resume really highlights what you bring to the table.
Mass Hire is a free service, and they will also be hosting a virtual career fair at the end of the month, and so be on the lookout for that. Live in Springfield, Sarah Granelli, Western Mass News.
Sarah, thank you for that live report. The coronavirus has been keeping everyone in-house except for essential workers like nurses, doctors, and police officers. Western Mass News reporter Kayla Burton tells us how one local tow truck company, also considered essential, is desperately looking for more protection.
The coronavirus outbreak has limited businesses still operating because they're essential. Red's Towing in West Springfield is one of them.
We're just trying to keep business as usual. We have protocols in place to protect our customers and our employees, housekeeping things that we do here.
Operations manager Ben Scott tells Western Mass News it's been challenging, especially considering this is all new.
I've never seen anything like this in the 20 years that I've been towing.
With 25 drivers responding to a wide range of calls every day, Scott says it concerns both him and these workers coming across people who could be carrying the virus.
A lot of times we're there right with the police and the ambulances, and we're getting in that car and exposing ourselves to all different kinds of germs.
Stepping into these tow trucks every day to help people out on the road, these essential workers are looking for more protections from the coronavirus.
There's not much PPE available to us because we're technically not considered first responders, even though a lot of times we are.
Scott says they received boxes of protection sent by the statewide towing association, consisting of hand sanitizer, gloves, and other essential items. Unfortunately, it's not enough.
I wasn't even given enough to cover my staff of 25.
Scott tells Western Mass News their job already puts their lives at risk. And now with the coronavirus, it's essential to stay protected.
Not only are we facing the dangers on the side of the road, but now we're facing this invisible danger here.
Social distancing, another issue.
There's no social distancing. There's no 6 feet in a tow truck. It becomes 6 inches at that point. And I'm not looking for a handout. I'm just looking for somewhere to get this stuff for my employees.
In West Springfield, Kayla Burton, Western Mass News.
New at 6, the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Federal Aviation Administration will now award $171.4 million to help aid airports here in Massachusetts amid this coronavirus pandemic. 26 airports in the state will be beneficiaries of this grant, including Westfield Barnes Regional Airport and Logan International Airport. The funding will support continuing operations and replace lost revenue resulting from the sharp decline in passenger traffic. And these funds are available for airport operating expenses, including payroll and utilities. And for more coverage on the coronavirus emergency as it continues to develop, log on to our free Western Mass News streaming app.
We've had a beautiful day overall, a little bit more sunshine early on. The clouds have built on in, but less wind and sort of mild temperatures, only in the middle 50s, allowed for a fairly enjoyable day. We do have those clouds that are in place for portions of the area. We will see them sticking around as we go into tonight. Middle 50s for our highs for the afternoon, 40s for the Berkshires. Our futurecast shows the clouds sticking around, and by the mid-morning, we'll call it 2-3 a.m., a few raindrops and snowflakes starting to fall. These are out of here pretty quickly. So if you have a morning commute, they'll be gone way before then, leaving us with sunshine heading into Wednesday afternoon. And we almost have a repeat heading into Thursday morning too. Really enjoyable afternoon for your Wednesday, and then there's your Thursday morning. So tonight, falling into the upper 30s with some spotty showers, even some snowflakes in the higher elevations. Tomorrow, getting back into the upper 40s and low 50s. Seasonably cool, but we are turning sunny after a reverse of what we saw today with sunshine, then clouds. Tomorrow's the reverse, clouds early, then seeing some sunshine. Notice that northwest wind 5 to 15, a nice dry, cool air going to be in place. Now, a lot to talk about with the extended forecast, including mainly cooler than average temperatures for the extended forecast period.